So, how are you feeling? You know, happy with your debut?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. I will say this: that was the craziest experience I've ever had in my entire life by like a factor of 10. I just posted that immediately afterwards. Life-changing experience. This is the first time I fought MMA, as everybody knows. It was also the first time I did any like hard sparring with little gloves on, and the first time I ever tried to hurt somebody. Like when I'm in sparring, everything is just like, oh yeah, you just you tag and you try to make contact, but nothing. I don't have any bad intentions for my training partners. I'm not trying to knock anybody out. So once I took him down and I was starting to throw punches, I was like, oh, now I'm actually like supposed to knock this guy out. Like I'm supposed to hit him with bad intentions. And obviously there was a lot of opportunities for various submissions, but I just was like, no, let me see what this feels like. Let me see what it feels like to like actually try to hit somebody, with power and try to hurt them. And yeah, it was different. I'd never done that before, so.
I guess a lot of people were maybe assuming that's what you'd go in there and do. Was that intentional not to go in and submit him straight away?
I'm not going to say I would, like I never would have submitted him. Like let's say we do play that fight over 10 different times. Like I'm sure there's some times where I would have tried to go for a submission hold. It's pretty much how I described it to most people when they interviewed me, was kind of like I'd see how it feels. If I got hit too hard and I didn't like it, like maybe I'd just rush in and try to take him down and get a submission hold. But once I actually took him down, I felt pretty confident that I was going to be able, I was doing most of the striking damage, so I felt good to just throw punches and see how it feels. My whole thing is I'm always thinking to the future. I don't like to just think about the present, like, oh, here's my opponent, let me try to beat this guy. I'm thinking like, oh, 3 to 5 years from now, when I'm trying to be the best and fighting for, the championship, like, I'm kind of thinking like, well, I don't want the first time that I have to test my striking skills or ground and pound, whatever the case may be, to be when I need it. Like, let me test it now while I have the opportunity. Well, I'm not really getting hit, so let me try to hit the guy. This is what I'm not used to doing. Let me practice this more instead of, all right, let me end the fight the way I already know how, if that makes any sense. Because when you do things under fight conditions, to me, it changes everything. It's so different than doing it under sparring conditions. I could practice, doing ground and pound all day, doing grapple box drills and stuff like that, but nothing replaces what I just did out there in the cage in terms of actual experience and feeling trying to hurt another person. So.
And you actually dropped him with your hands, mate.
Yeah, I noticed that. So.
and I did ask you, as a gambling man, what are the odds of you knocking him out? Yeah. And you said the big chance is that you're going to TKO him, yes. and that's how you got it done. So,
yes.
Did you have that in your head going in there? Or?
I just had it in my head that I wanted to try things that I hadn't done yet. Like, I've done the whole grappling thing. Not to say that you're not going to see submissions from me in the future. You definitely will. But I really wanted to start developing that cage confidence. And I mean, you even saw it like in the first couple of blows. Like, I've never been hit like that. When he made contact with the overhand right, I've never been hit like that because A, like I said, I don't really do the sparring with the little gloves, and B, I've never just actually had the fight before. So, he's hitting me with bad intentions. He threw that one punch, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what getting punched in the face with a 4-ounce glove is like. So then I started to respect that a little bit more, and you saw my distance improve and my movement improve a little bit. One of the worst things I think I did in there was just zero lateral movement. Everything was forwards and back. That was pretty terrible. A lot of the kicks were ill set up, but yeah. Overall, super excited, happy with the experience.
Can you give us a bit of an idea about what your plans are? Like, how regularly do you want to fight?
Yeah, I'd like to fight as many times as I possibly can. One thing I'll say is like I feel a little, soreness and things like that right now. Overall, I still feel pretty good, but you never really know. You wake up the next morning and something could be wrong, and I'll get myself checked out and everything, make sure I'm healthy. As long as I'm healthy, I was just talking, to some of the organizers of the event outside, and they said, you could fight as early as 2 months from now, potentially. So, I mean, if that's the case, awesome. I'd love to do that. Let me check myself out, see if I have any injuries. As long as nothing's going to prevent me from doing that, that's kind of down the road that what I'd like to see. On average, I would say, look for me maybe in another 3 months, just in case, to be safe. If there are any injuries or anything like that, I would like to fight no later than 3 months from now.
And you got a pretty handy corner. What they have to say to you?
What's that?
What did they have to say to you?
Oh yeah, I mean, they were all very happy. John was very excited about my first performance, and just kind of reassuring me that for a first fight that was overall like pretty good. Compared to how most people just kind of swing like this and not looking at punches and cowering away from getting hit and things like that. So I don't know. They were just reassuring me that it was okay and everything like that. And Tom was impressed as well, and my training partner Matthew, that came out with me to do most of the sparring. So we were all just, you know, excited. I was just kind of sharing my experience with them, because this is overwhelming to me, you know, super crazy. Nothing is like this. I don't know if, you know, people watching that have done it before, you know, but people that haven't, like getting in a cage and then like getting hit in the face and having to hit somebody else, it's different, game changing.
Tell us about the tash.
What's that?
Your moustache.
Here we go. Right there. Make sure you just zoom in right on that. Right there. That beautiful. I just kind of I try to change the facial hair and the hair and everything all the time. I think next one I'm gonna, maybe not, I don't know if it's gonna be next fight or whatever, but next performance you're just gonna go full head shave like John. Maybe wear a fanny pack, we'll see.
And you had a massive reaction online. You probably don't know that, but trust me, you did. So what do you want to say to everyone
I'm interested to find out what they actually have to say, because there was a one kick where I just fell on my back like a retard. I definitely just stood in front of him for some period of time. So I'm interested to see. There's definitely going to be some hate for sure. Other people may be excited, you know, by some of my fans. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to anybody. All I really have to say is, wow, that was like a crazy experience. But you know, you're gonna, for anybody that was surprised by what happened out there, that I didn't try to go for a submission or anything like that, just be looking forward to more surprises in the future, because I'm gonna continue to try to improve all these skills that I'm not particularly good at now, and it's only gonna get better and better from here. You're only gonna see more and more skills that you aren't used to seeing. So yeah.
Thanks, Garry.
Thanks, Garry.
Thanks, guys.